Alright, welcome to TCG University. We've got another deck profile here. This is from the Femme Fatale tournament that we just had, or you're seeing right now. This profile is going to be for Lily 2 Dot. I played this deck under Death, and I found a really cool combo, and I basically went just all into that combo. So you'll see what that is, and let's get into it. Alright, like I said, this is Lily 2 Dot. It's a 6-hander, 27 life, Death, Good, and Water. We played under Death. And it says, respond your turn. After you play a ranged attack, your opponent adds one of their face-up foundations to their card pool, and then adds the top card of their deck to their staging area face down. So every single attack in my deck is ranged in trying to further her only ability. And I think it's really cool, but she is really weak because she only has that one ability, and you can only do it on your turn. I played one single asset. I felt like we had to play one asset because of what Cowboy Battery does, but this asset's actually pretty good in her anyway. It's her asset. After it's destroyed, both players put the top two cards of their deck into their card pool face down. And then, first form, destroy one of my foundations. Your opponent adds one of their face-down foundations from their staging area to their card pool. And we played two bangs. This is just a defensive piece, mostly. We want to use it to turn off something that we can't deal with. That is how you want to use it. Sometimes you can throw an attack and they don't block it and they're at less than 3 health after that, but mostly you just want to use this to turn something off. One of the better parts of the combo, you don't need this card to have the combo work, but it definitely helps, is 4 Yin and Yang. This card says, after I play a combo attack, I'll respond with this, remove, and then you put your opponent puts the top two cards of their deck into their card pool face down. So on one ranged attack, that'll be 3 cards into their card pool, minus like whatever enhance that ranged attack might have. And then we'll get into the attacks next. So we have 4 Cowboy Batteries. This is the attack you're going to want to lead with almost all the time, if you can. It is 5, 3 high for 6, 3 check, and then it being ranged puts 1 in for Lily's ability, and then it has an enhance, add the top card of your opponent's deck into to their card pool face down. And then its enhanced dealing with assets is destroy one of my assets to destroy one of your opponent's assets. It didn't really come up, but I just wanted it in there just in case. This card's also really cool because it's like our only way to use momentum, and is the multiple 1. This is typically the second attack you want to play every single time if you can. It's Liu Kang's Fireball, a 4 difficulty, 4 mid, 3 damage, and a 3 control. It has a combo enhance, which is the same as Cowboy Battery's regular enhance. Is your opponent adds the top card of their deck into their card pool face down, and then it's really cool because if you check well on this attack, you can just put that check back on top of your deck. Enhance, add the top card of your discard pile to the top of your deck. It's really cool. Also has Breaker 1 for defense, 0 low block. It's really good. This card's awesome. Okay, by the time you're throwing your third attack for the turn, they'll have typically about 4 cards in their card pool, which means this card would be free minus or without progressive difficulty. So it'll probably be on a 2 difficulty. It's a Phantom Driver, 4 difficulty, 3 mid for 4 damage with 3 control. And it's ranged and it's a throw. And like I said, it gets -1 difficulty for each card in your opponent's card pool. This card's pretty cool. The only bad part is it doesn't have a block. We have 4 hair triggers. I love this card because it's a 2 difficulty. 2 difficulty, 2 high for 2 with 3 control. Like I said, the 2 difficulty is amazing. You play this as your 4th attack and it'll only be on a 5. And then it says if it deals damage, enhance if this attack deals damage, your next ranged attack this turn gets +4 damage. So it's really cool because it's only 2 high for 2. They don't want to block it, so they'll let it through and then your next attack gets buffed. Or if they do block it, they blocked 2 damage. So it's a really cool card. And then this is the reason I built this deck. I played 3 Withering Toxins. It is a 4 difficulty, 4 high for 4 with a 2 control. That's the only reason we're not playing 4 of them. If I were to continue playing Lily, I'd probably switch this card to Spirit Shotgun. But this is what I played with because we didn't have the UU set yet. So it says it's a ranged. It's also a reversal, so you can mess with them on their turn. And this says the bottom enhance is the most important one. So it's remove X cards from your opponent's card pool, draw that many cards, and then flip one of your opponent's foundations. And then that one fuels the top enhance, which is it gets +2 speed for each card that has left your opponent's card pool this turn. So playing this as maybe your 5th attack, removing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe up to 7 cards from their card pool. You get to draw 7 cards and give it 14 speed. It's crazy. It's really good. We'll get into the foundations now. I played 3 of the Hunt for Spiders and Dragons. It's a 3 diff with a 5 control. We want to play this card because it's good, but also because when you are using Lily's ability, your opponent's most likely going to put in what they think at the time is their worst foundation. So you use Hunt to snipe what you think at the time is their best foundation. I played 3 Dark-Sided Karmas, a 3 difficulty, 5 control. This card is just really good. It stops things that you don't want to deal with. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's a good way to reset speed as well. And yeah, it's just a really good card. I played a single Rook Takes Pawn. I would probably take this card out in future versions of this deck, but it was kind of cool. It's a 2 difficulty, 4 check, no block. And we use its first enhance, your turn, commit, destroy one of your opponent's face down foundations. If you get it early, it can be really cool because you're like debuilding them almost twice as much. Not really twice as much, but more. But it's just not worth like committing for it. Played 1 telekinetic mastery, 2 control 5 or 2 difficulty 5 control. I would play more of these actually. This card's really good. We have some defensive pieces, but a lot of it was more geared toward like offense. I would say so. This helps you when you need to play defense. 2 Ridding the World of Outsiders, 2 difficulty 5 control. We use this when we're gonna throw our Withering Toxin. So you load up on your Withering Toxin. It's also a flip foundation, which is important for a foundation that you'll see in a little bit. It's a good card. 2 Kieran Souls, 2 difficulty 5 control and no block. This card's amazing. It turns off throws and it helps you in just general blocking. Yeah, it's really good. Three Guardian of the Spirit Sword, 2 difficulty 5 control. This is used primarily for the speed decrease, but if you need to grab your asset because they just played an asset, you can also enhance flip, discard 1 card, add 1 asset card from your discard pile to your hand. And then this is the reason why we might be playing a little more of the flip foundations than necessary. Specialized ammunition, 2 difficulty 5 control. It says enhance commit. Your next ranged attack gets -3 difficulty. That's so good, but it's only playable if you have 2 or more face down foundations. This card is insane. It lets you throw upwards of 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 attacks in 1 turn. This is the kill potential of the deck. Is this and the next foundation? This is Up in Smoke, 4 of those, 2 difficulty 5 control. It says enhance commit. Your ranged attack gets +1 damage for each card in your opponent's card pool. Like I said, so you can get up to 7, and then you just commit it and give your attack +7 damage. And then if it's not a Withering Toxin, they're going to have all of those cards in their card pool to make it blocking even harder. So this card's really cool. Yep. And then it also has this deadlock response that's pretty good. Commit after your opponent plays an ability on an asset or foundation cancels effect. So it's a good deadlock ability. We play 4 of these. Champion of Combat. 2 difficulty 5 control. This is Up in Smoke, but on steroids. It has this enhance your turn commit. It gives the damage, but it also gives speed for each card in your opponent's card pool. And then it also has a deadlock enhance your attack at the top card of your opponent's deck to their card pool face down. So if you can find a way to play a more defensive match with Lily, maybe up the defensive foundations in the deck, you just force them into deadlock, and then your attacks get even better. Every attack you're going to be putting in at least 2, probably more than that, into their card pool. Really good. Play 2 Greatest Combatant. It's a 1 difficulty 6 control. Enhance if your opponent has at least 1 face down card in their card pool. This attack gets +1 or -1 damage. This card is way better than I thought it was. I wish I was playing more of them. It's good on your turn when you just make your attacks even more annoying. And then on their turn, it's a little less good, but sometimes, especially multiples, or there's some other ways to get face down cards in their card pool, then you get to DR. Two Demon Hide, 1 difficulty 5 control. This is just hate. I don't want to deal with gauge attacks. I don't want you giving your attack stun or multiple. Just none of that. You can also use it offensively if they have a High Seas Adventure, and you can make your attack lose gauge if it has it, but then it can't gain flash. Play 3, a new Empress of the Netherrealm, 1 difficulty 5 control. This is draw. Even with how good Withering Toxin is at drawing cards, you don't always see it as much as you'd want to. So this is a way to fix those hands that are like almost there. And then a pretty decent Desperation Enhance as well. 2 Wishing Wards, getting into the spam now, 0 difficulty 5 control. This is a good way to, of course, remove their momentum, but something I didn't mention, but you could read about Yin and Yang, is that its other response was remove after you block with it. You add one combo attack from your discard pile to your hand. So this is a way to get those combos into your discard pile. 2 Most Trusted Assassins. 0 difficulty 5 control. It is just defense. We want to try and end their turn as fast as possible. So, yep, that's what that's there for. And then we have 2 Syndicate targets. 0 difficulty 6 control. This card is mostly played because of the 0 low block. I think Death has a bit of a trouble finding enough low blocks right now, so that's mostly why it's played. Also, decent spam. Alright, thanks guys for checking out my Lily 2-dot profile. It's really fun to play, but I just don't think she's good enough for just having one ability. If you'd like to prove me wrong, that'd be really exciting. But other than that, you can check out our Facebook, our Patreon. Love to see you check out the Patreon. Just $3 a month, you get all of our content a week early. You get to join our Discord. It's insane how much value you get out of just that $3 a month. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Stay learned.